Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for always coming back. There are some mistakes that when we make can be costly. So if you are watching me and you are old, say in your 30s, 40s or 50s, these are some financial mistakes that you need to avoid. So if you find yourself in this tips I am going to give you in this video, you want to retrace your steps and as quickly as possible correct and get back on track in terms of your finances. Today we are looking at financial mistakes to avoid as you get older, most especially in your 30s to 50s. So this is the kind of content that you would love to watch. Kindly stay tuned and watch till the very end. And do not forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Click on the subscribe word to get subscribed to join my amazing family so that you can get more contents like this. You should press on the bell notification sign to get notified anytime I do upload. I do upload videos every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'm talking about the long form videos. It's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 6 p.m. Greenwich Meridian time. By the grace of God, we do upload on these 3 days, and then we upload short videos, shorts as they call it, in between those days. So do watch out for my videos. Let's go right into today's video. So the number one biggest mistake you can avoid or you are making as you're getting older is neglecting to save for an emergency fund. We've spoken extensively on this channel about emergency funds, so do well to check out my videos on them. Emergency fund is basically a separate savings account from the regular savings account for emergencies, for the inevitables. It's important that we have this fund in place to serve as a cushion or a buffer for our savings and investment so that as and when the emergencies do come, because life is full of emergencies, we are readily prepared for it. Ideally, we should save for 3 to 6 months of our daily living expenses. But if you earn more, you can save from 6 to 12 months. That's up to a year of emergency fund savings intact, waiting to solve a problem as and when it comes. Number two, guys, one of our biggest expenses is our rent, house, and accommodation. It is most or a chunk of our salaries or income, and so overspending on it is also a financial mistake that we do make or are making. Do well to downsize if you live in an environment or an area that is very expensive, very luxurious, that your salary cannot afford. Do well to move to an area you can afford and downsize to a smaller apartment if you live in a bigger apartment, or you can share rent out some of the rooms. If you live in a bigger house or apartment, rent out some of the rooms to people so that they can also pay for the rent. That way you pay less for more. And as well, I mean, live with your parents if where you work is very close to your place of work. You can still stay with your parents. You don't need to move out so that you can save on rent and then use that money for investments for the future. Number three, guys, we definitely are going to stop working or retire. And so neglecting to save for retirement is one financial mistake that we make. Starting to save for retirement early, most people do not even think of retirement, especially if you're in your 20s. But the earlier you start saving for your retirements, the best it will be for you. When you start investing early or saving for retirement early, you have compound interest working to your advantage. Time is your best friend, it's your best asset here. And so The earlier you start saving for the day that you stop working, the best it will be for you. Or you put in place certain things that would bring in cash flow as you retire, the best it will be for you. Number four, financial mistakes is having high interest debt. I mean, you going in for a bad debt. When I say a bad debt, uh, going in for a debt to acquire liability things and not an asset. Liabilities are things that take money out of our pocket, and assets are things that bring money to our pocket. And so, acquiring, taking a loan, borrowing from someone or an institution just to acquire something that will not bring money back to you is a bad debt. And these things also go with high interest debt. The earlier you pay off that debt, even if it's a good debt, the earlier you pay it off, the best it will be for you. The more you wait to pay off that debt, the higher the interest would accumulate or accrue on that debt. So you want to pay off your debt as soon as possible so that you can save money. The monies that you would be using to pay interest, you can save that for other investments. Mistakes that most adults make, most older people, as people are getting older, is to rely on only our salaries, our 9 to 5 work, or maybe our business income, whatever, however we get our cash flow. Just rely on just one. It's a financial mistake. You should have multiple streams of income or diversify your income streams. Have different ways of earning income. Even if it's just your 9 to 5 job. How how which other ways can you get monies still working as a 9 to 5 worker? In that same field, how can you what other skill can you learn to get more money coming in? And that's the way we have to think. Number six mistake is falling for lifestyle inflation, that as we earn more, we spend more. It's a very big financial mistake. You should rather maintain your standard of living below your means. As you're paid more, you increase your savings and investments instead of your spending on your lifestyle. Number seven, guys, is keeping insurance coverage. We need insurance for our health, for our homes, for our cars. I mean, we need to get covered. Insurance coverage, if you neglect to get that health insurance, especially if you are getting older, you need to put in certain things that will ensure you all your life. It's important we put these things in place. So avoiding to get insurance coverage is a very big financial mistake we can make. Financial mistake that most people make is totally relying on their retirement account or their social security. I've already made a video on this particular topic. We just do not need to only rely on social security for our retirement. We need to put in place certain things, other acquiring assets like starting a business now that will still be running even in your absence, or when you stop working, it will still be running. We need to put in place these things, acquiring assets, to bring in the cash flow for us. Number nine, guys, is neglecting career development. We need to upgrade and move forward. You do not need to stay at one place. I mean, be the same way you were when you started that particular career path. There is a need to upgrade or move forward, and then advancement in our career development also comes with higher pay raises. And so it's important that we do not neglect any form of education, any form of investment in ourselves to acquire knowledge or skills or expertise in order to move forward in our careers. Number 10, guys, is neglecting to plan for major life goals, like maybe getting married, having kids, saving for buying a home. These kind of things, you need to plan properly for them because they do require a lot of money. So, not properly planning for them, you are going to be stressed when the time comes. And so it's important to put in place certain systems to save adequately for these life goals or plan for them. Number 11, guys, is avoiding tax optimization opportunities. There are a lot of tax advantages that we can get, legitimate and legal ways of paying less in terms of tax. And so, tax is one of the major ways of our monies, deducting from our monies and reducing our investment amount and money. And so it's important that we find very legal ways of paying less money in terms of tax. Guys, another mistake that we make is overlooking financial education. It's important that we all use money, and so we learn about money. If it's just 10 minutes of your time every day learning about money and how to properly manage money, it's going to really go a long way to save you a lot of money in the future. 13 mistake, financial mistake that a lot of adults do, some adults, is keeping up with the Joneses, trying to keep up with others just to be accepted or fit in. We can never please human beings, and so we do what's best for us as adults or as human beings. Go according to your budget. Do not overspend just to please anybody. Another financial mistake that people make is not regularly reviewing our finances. It's important that we go in for probably bank statements, go through and then find out certain subscriptions, like if, for example, that you are using, you are not using, and cancel them. If your budget, you've done a budget and you need to make adjustments, all these things should be put in place. So not regularly reviewing your finances, you and then overlooking certain things can really cost you. So it's a very big financial mistake we need to avoid. 15, guys, is taking responsibility, most especially financially, for others. In Africa, we call it the black tax. We need, we find a sense of responsibility to take care of our parents and siblings when, as soon as we start working or we are doing well for ourselves. Taking care of everybody and neglecting to take care of yourself in terms of your finances or financial future is a very big financial mistake, because if you do not put in place certain things to continually bring in the cash flow, where are you going to get money to continue to take care of your parents or siblings? You need to put yourself first sometimes and properly take care of yourself so that you can be in the best position to take care of others. Another financial mistake that people make is failing to adjust our investment strategies. Maybe when you started investments, there were certain investments that were best for you. Say you needed to buy treasury bills, mutual funds, and all that, or your portfolio. You diversified it according to percentage based on the research. But trends, things are changing now, and so you need to make certain adjustments, find a new plan, and strategize another way in order to get the best investments and make more money for yourself. Right now in Ghana, example, the interest rates on treasury bills they've fallen, and so when we started investment, it was very good, but now it's not the best in Ghana. And so we need to strategize and find new options for our investments. Another financial mistake is taking your social security too early, before the maturity date. You can only get it when probably you are 60 and or you are retired. And so still working and trying to go in for it, you would not get the benefits as opposed to when it was matured that you go for. And so it's important that we know that investment is for the long term. Whatever investment you are doing, being social security or other options, it's for the long term. And so we do not want to dip our hands into these investments before the due date or time. Finally, guys, underestimating healthcare costs. Healthcare is quite expensive these days, especially if you are an adult. Like I said earlier, you should get insurance coverage and you should get some monies aside especially when you're getting older, because sometimes when you're getting older, it comes with some sicknesses and diseases. It's not always the case, but some people do experience that as they get older. And so it's important to put in place certain monies for healthcare costs as and when they do come as you are aging, guys. If you love this content, kindly give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's get interactive. What other mistakes do you think adults are making that we need to avoid or get back on correct as soon as possible? I do want to check out my previous videos and watch out for the next one. Have a great day. God bless you for coming this far with me. I do appreciate you all. See you next one. It's bye for now.